It says I'm live here, so why is it not? Oh my goodness. Ay, caramba. This thing is going to freaking drive me insane one of these days, I'm telling you. All right, everybody, I'm on. All right, here we go. Jeez, Louise Almighty. Freaking kills me, man. Seriously. Sorry, all. I'm in such a foul mood right now. If you hear me cussing and all that, it's not aimed at anybody. I'm just freaking frustrated as hell. So you can see you and, you can see you. You can see me and you can hear me, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. Drama, 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 right? Y'all, I really, I feel like I should take like, pay money and find somebody to come home and actually teach me. I'm telling you, teach me how to freaking do all this. So I got this this multi oh my goodness. Oh, y'all are so awesome, y'all. So awesome. All right, thank you for your patience. Real fam. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. So I have this Streamlabs where you can live stream on multiple channels. I had it all set up. I had it all good. Everything was great. Everything was fantastic. And now, just when I was starting, you have to go there and there's a toggle switch where you have to kind of say. Toggle it to a yes for YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And Instagram is the one that was giving me trouble. And finally, I was like, screw this shit. I can't do it. This is ridiculous. So I do apologize for that. But y'all, this is going to be a long one. So hang in there, everybody. I hope all of you are doing very well. I just wanted to say a couple of things. This is not a sponsored video. I don't think this qualifies as a sponsored video because I actually, somebody reached out to me and they said, hey, we have all these products, we have this thing, can you kind of show it on your channel? I said, yeah, I'll do it. So I went and looked at the stuff, and this is something that I myself would use. I should show, whoa, calm down. I should show you my collection of course now I don't, my collection of these bracelets and all that I have. I think they're in here. Yeah, so I can take it out. It's full of dust, so I have all my bracelets here. I don't know if you can see all these carnelian and a whole bunch of other bracelets too, right? So I said, yeah, this is something I would use, and I do, so I will kind of be happy to show it on my channel. So they were kind enough to send it to me, and I hope I can do it now without dropping things and making a hot mess of everything. So really quick, I know we waited for such a long time, so let me just quickly go through it. This company, they reached out and they said, we send you some products. They sent me their website link, and they said, go and see what you like and just let us know, and we will send you the items. I was like, oh, cool, okay. So I went on their website. I liked a couple of things, and they were kind enough to say, of course, I liked everything. So the company is called, what is it called? Hang on something. It's called the Otter Spirit. Otter, O-T-T-E-R, otterspirit.com. I will, once we're done with the video, I will put it in the description box. And just so you know, this is what it is. This is the company, the Otter Spirit. Okay. So they sent me some stuff. I did not pay for this. They sent me 3 items. It's beautiful, y'all. So they sent it to me in the usual packaging, right, where you get your items. And they sent me 3 of them, right, like this, beautiful packaging. Let me show you one by one. I know I should have been a little bit more organized, but this thing, man, it pissed me off. Look at this inside, right? Can you all see that? Let me see if I can increase the brightness of this. There we go. Can you all see that? Really pretty in this nice little box. Then they have a card inside. and the card at the back tells you what kind of stone it is, etc. So I picked some, and then inside that, this is the empty box. Inside that they have this little pouch, very neat, beautifully packaged. This real reminds me of Chanel packaging, really nice. And this is not a cheap quality thing. You can actually use it for jewelry. And then this one is sunstone. Yeah, this is sunstone, and it's got a little charm here that has a really tiny otter thing. Can you see that? Oh, where? Can you see that little otter thing? Beautiful sunstone. I picked it. So I'm very upset that I couldn't, have that thing going on. I would have really showed all this. Anyway, taken my time, but I just want to run through this really quick because I did tell them. And this is again the other card, and this says citrine. Okay, again in the same box, beautifully packed. I love it. Look at this. And even these boxes, I use such boxes when I travel and I want to put my jewelry that's delicate. I put them in the little pouches and use those boxes. Those boxes are good. It's got a nice. I don't know what material it is, but it's really nice. It's not some thing that will easily collapse. And this is citrine. Again with that little otter thing over there. I love it, y'all. I have decided that I'm going to go online and I'm going to buy some things for myself, other things for myself. And they have different sizes, and they also will tell you how many the stones are, and also how many, you see they are the authentic gemstones, and how many thick, and whether you want it, like they have the measurements for a smaller wrist and a bigger wrist and that kind of stuff, which is really awesome. This is the third one. Okay, I love it. I really like it, the way they package it. Of course at the back it has the barcode, and then same thing. I love this little card. And this is agate. I wanted these stones specifically, so look at this. So and it has that little thingy, right? So I do have a code, a discount code they sent me. I'll share it with you. I'm not going to make any money out of this, just so you know. It's not like I get a percentage or I get a cut or anything like that. They just sent me these 3 bracelets free. That's it. Okay, I didn't say I want a commission or anything like that. I'm just like, out of the kindness of their heart, if they want to send me something, I'll be grateful. If they don't, that's totally fine, but I don't have an agreement either via email or anything. I did say send me a code that I can pass on to my viewers so that when they buy something they can use it, and they did give me a code here, and the code says the Otter family. There you go. This is the code. Of course I'll put it in the description box. And at the back, they look at this. It says $1 per product has been donated to protect wild sea otters in collaboration with ocean wildlife organizations in Monterey Bay, California. I know where that is. It's beautiful, and there's that little otter thingy over there. Oh, wait, here. See that? So again, y'all, the discount code is Otter Family. All in caps, get a 20% off. But like I said, I'm not making any money out of this. They are not going to pay me a commission whether you buy or you don't. I really like the pieces. It's this is the other one they sent. And here is the creator. So I'm just letting y'all know. I did see some stuff in that are really pretty, though. I have no place to keep this, so let me just stick them here. So anyway, thank you. Finally, oh my God, started the video at 6:30 and now it's almost 7 o'clock. So now let's start. I will put all the information once this conversion from a live goes to the video format. Then I can put all this in the description, and then y'all can go and check it out. They have some really nice, cute stuff. And what I've got, they look like genuine gemstones, the agate and sunstone. They really look like they are genuine. So I have no qualms about, oh, you know how sometimes you get all this and it's really plastic. This is not. This is the real stuff. So again, thank you everybody. Debbie, Araceli, then we have Chasing Stardust, then we have Ali Ali, then we have Kala Bergeron, then we have I don't know who else. It's Tuesday, right? I didn't expect Tammy Smith. Today is a Tuesday. All right, y'all, let's get started. So, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to one of my viewers here who was kind enough to send me find the date of births for these people. We are talking about the Menendez brothers. Sassy Blonde says, hello, how are you? So yeah, they're good for stocking stuffers, Debbie. Really pretty. The whole thing is a very simple, yet it doesn't feel cheap. The box, the packaging, the little sachets, the pouches, everything looks neat and quality. I like that, right? And then again, I don't feel like, oh, they spend so much money on the packaging that it drives up the price. That's not the case here. It's just a perfect balance. I really like their products. They have some pretty earrings, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen some that I want to go buy. But anyway, let's get on. This is with regards to the Menendez brothers. Let me start off. This is for entertainment purposes only. These are allegedly my observations and my opinions. Do your own due diligence, form your own conclusions, and, you know, all that stuff. Jose Enrique Menendez is the father, and Kitty Menendez is the mother, and supposedly, allegedly, Joseph Lyle Menendez and Eric Galen Menendez, the two sons, are the ones who killed their parents way back in August 20, 1989. So 89, so I think Joseph, he was born in 68, so he was 17 years old, I think, and this guy was 68, 17. Oh, he was 20. Joseph was 20, and the younger brother was 18 or 19 years old when all this happened. So let's get with it. I went and did the astrology charts for all of them, just so we can get everything, you know, because I really wanted to see, like, you know, what the hell's going on. Very interesting, y'all. So let's go back, and I'm going to pick up from, actually, let's go back to charts. Where is my chart? Create a chart, except I don't want to create a chart. I want to go to free reports home. There we go. All right, so let's go to, we're going to go back and forth. Be patient with me. There are 4 people that I want to do this to, do the reading for. Eric, Lyle. Okay, let's start with Jose Menendez, the father, right? Jose Enrique Menendez. He was born on May 6, 1944, and died obviously on August 20th, 1989. So he has his sun in Taurus, okay? Sun in Taurus, moon in Libra, Mercury in Taurus, Venus, Venus in Taurus, Mars in Cancer. Wow. Okay, so this is it. This is a very interesting chart, I'll tell you. Okay, now let's go do the other one. Let's back to list of charts, and then let's get to the mother. What is her name? Bear with me, y'all. This is going to be a little, so let's go and see. Kitty Menendez is what she was called, but her name is really Mary Louise Anderson. So her sun is in Libra. Now think about this. His moon is in Libra, for her sun is in Libra. Her moon is Leo, interesting. Mercury is in Scorpio, right? Venus is in Sagittarius. Mars is in Aries. Whoa. She could be a little bit of a firecracker, y'all, this chick. She's not a saint. Then Lyle Menendez, the older son. So let's take, he is Sun in Capricorn. Moon in Taurus, right? Mercury in Capricorn, Venus in Sagittarius. No way, you kidding me? Wow. Mars in Pisces. Okay. I can say that him and his mother, there's some weird scenario over there. The older son and the mother. Then the youngest brother, the younger one, Eric Menendez, he has his sun in Sagittarius. Wow. I feel for these kids, man. Moon in Scorpio. Mercury in Sagittarius. He's got a lot of... and Venus in Scorpio. Interesting. Mars in Libra. Okay. This is the reason I want to get all these things out of the way, so that because it really makes a lot of sense, and the dynamics between each of the parents with each of the... Hi Denise, each of the parents with each of the siblings has, it does make a lot of difference. Now think about it for a second over here. Jose is Taurus, Sun, Mercury and Venus in Taurus. So this guy, Jose, right off the bat, I can tell you, he's one of those people who obviously has a very, very strong, keen interest in, I would say, finances, business, wanting to, wanting to create, accumulate wealth, a little bit on the... there is a little bit of a greed aspect over there. Now for him, he has the 8th house and the 2nd house, very, very thing. So the 2nd house values talents, possessions, money, etc. And the 8th house does talk about sexual energies, finances, the longevity, the time period, the age, the time period, all that is very, very highly active. And he died on August 20th, 1989. So August 20th is what? August. He died in Leo season. Wow. They both died in Leo season, correct? Interesting. So I don't know exactly how they were. I assume they were shot, right? It's either I'm going to say shot, but for him, I think it was more like the upper part, like from the neck to the like this part. I think it was very much. I don't want to say shattered, but impacted. And for Kitty, so he's a Taurus, 1, 2, 3, 4th house, and she is a a Libra, and for her, in Leo, 11th house. Let's do Jose Enrique Menendez. We have water, we have Aquarius, we have Scorpio, we have Capricorn, am I surprised? And then we have Saturn. This guy, I would say, is very, very good at also emotionally manipulating people. This Jose Menendez, the father, okay? He is very, very good at manipulating people. He is very good at, I don't even want to use that there, very good at emotionally manipulating people, very good at, so far as to say, emotionally blackmail people also, and very good at he had the ability to tap into a person's emotional strengths and weaknesses and harp on it. That was a innate ability that he had. And I'm sorry about all that noise. Burn dog is sitting over here. So he was very good at that. Now, with regards to his second house and eighth house and his first house, yes, it was all the ego, the self, etc. But the second house is values, talents, the ability to earn income, the possessions, all that. And the eighth house, like I said, yes, absolutely, this guy was a sexual deviant. There is no doubting it. Even if you look at it, look at the way, and very into the earthly pleasures. Don't get me wrong, just because he's got such strong Taurus doesn't mean every Taurus person is like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. But just looking at these and seeing his chart and where the energies are falling right now, this guy, again, creative energy, right? So emotions, using emotions to manipulate people, using emotions, tapping into the emotions of others, particularly in the creative industry. Aquarius is very strong over there in the creative industry. So he definitely, yes, his business, his source of income was from the entertainment industry. Then you have Scorpio right in the middle over here. And what is Scorpio? Scorpio is the 8th house, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th house here. So, and then you have Saturn over here in Capricorn. Look, here's the thing. This guy at one time or the other, whether it was the kids who allegedly offed him, somebody would have offed this guy. Absolutely. And I will tell you for a fact, these two kids are not the only victims. He has other victims. And absolutely he would have been eliminated by anybody. If it wasn't for the kids, he would have been eliminated by somebody else, one of his other victims. There is no doubting that. And he also had this very, as much as he was this, you see, he's got Capricorn also here about business, very shrewd and sharp about money. And he had no problem putting people in such restrictive situations that they felt that they had no way out. Even in a business environment with clients, he was so good at manipulating the contracts, etc., that they felt they had no way out. And I would not be surprised if he has, over a period of time during his lifetime, also restrained certain other individuals. And I don't know how they got away, but they did. I will tell you, his two kids are not the only one who have been abused by him. It's a slam dunk. Then we have the Hermit card here, the Strength card. Am I surprised? No. Judgment. Then we have the Hangman, one more, and then the Chariot card. Okay. So let's take a look at all of this. This guy is a fucking psycho, man. I mean, he is a douchebag. Absolute douchebag. Absolute douchebag. So with the Hermit card, yes, what is Hermit? The Hermit card is Virgo. Taurus is a sister sign for Virgo, right? And who rules Virgo? Mercury rules Virgo. He does have the ability to shift into a kind of a different kind of a personality, mind frame, where he almost seems like he is going inwards, and to him there would be a lot of introspection. But I will tell you, this guy was not above, yes, introspection, yes, this, that, but he also introspection in terms of, okay, there's a level of greed and avariciousness for him that he has. And it is not just with, his money. He was very competitive that way, wanted to make a lot of money, yada, yada. But also in satisfying his carnal needs. So that introspective aspect, the moments he had, that was thinking about, am I happy with this level, or do I need to step it up? Do you get it? This guy is a freaking weirdo, man. Oh my God. Yeah, caramba. I don't like this energy one bit. This guy is a douchebag. And I will tell you, he also had some sort of a power struggle with somebody in his business. Now, I can say for a fact that yes, he is in the entertainment industry, but there was also a power struggle there. And Saturn and Uranus. But see, whatever that power struggle was, there was a threat of either forcibly breaking away from that association or forcibly being expelled from that association. Okay, there was a threat. Then you have the judgment card and right on the Scorpio card. So this I can say that it was almost a coming around and accepting and saying, I am so okay with what I'm doing, where I am in terms of the dark side of his character and his carnal lusts. It was almost like announcing to the world. Everybody knew he had this criminal character to him, side to him. It was a known factor. I don't believe that people didn't know about it. People absolutely certainly knew about it. But like always in cases like this, they are enablers, and people tend to turn the other side, and they'll be like, oh, well, what are you going to, what, and never mind, just leave it alone. It's his kids, his family. But no, that's a problem. It's not just his kids that he molested. He has absolutely done the same to other people. Okay, if it went for his kids, I guarantee you somebody else, one of his other victims, would have eliminated him. Then we have Capricorn, and then the Hangman here. I do believe there was a little bit of an issue with regards to his income or his source of income, that there were either some projects or some promises that were made or some monies that were due to him were kind of put on hold, or were kind of stalling, were kind of stalled. There was a little bit of a struggle over there. And then you have Saturn and then the Chariot card. But he was able to regroup, recover, and he was able to find the balance. He was able to tap into his resources and be very strict and actually like go to work and not just sit there and say, oh shit, it's lost, or oh never mind, it'll come when it comes. No, he was proactive in wanting to get into that situation, resolve it, so that his money flow would not, or whatever that project or the monies he was expecting, would not be stalled. Now I will tell you here, the Saturn card and the Chariot card over here, absolutely he restrained, restricted, managed, monitored, bullied. It's a given that he has abused his 2 kids sexually. Very controlling of both the kids. Super duper controlling. It's almost like you go shit when I tell you to shit type of. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's being a bit graphic, but literally like that. Very, very controlling. There is no doubt about that. Then let's get very, very, very controlling. Man, this guy is a douche. Very controlling. Absolutely very controlling. I don't like him. Hang on one second. That's an oracle. I don't want to use oracle. I may use this one as well. Hang on, everybody. Oh, come here, baby. You sit down here because I don't have space. Hang on, y'all. This is a big deck, but we'll keep it and we will use it in a bit. This is a huge deck, but I want to use this deck. All right. Bear with me, okay? My hands are kind of going to be full with this deck. It's a very interesting deck, but ooh. This man was very controlling, y'all, of his family members. Absolutely very controlling. Like there is, if people were like, oh, you know, he was this, he was that. No, everybody knew about his shenanigans. It was a known factor. There was no hiding that. But it was almost like, this is what I am, take it or leave it, or piss off type of a thing. So, you know, it's how, you know, this is the thing that kind of bothers me in situations like that. So many people, they see what's happening, but nobody does anything about it. It's like, if you see something, say something, right? Nobody does that. Nobody did it. They were like, you know what, let's not get into it, that's not our problem, there are other people, somebody else will go report it. No, people don't realize that by just turning the other way and not even doing anything, you are just as guilty as the criminal, the offender. And also, the enablers, like for example in the Diddy case, we see in the what is that fool, that fellow, I can only remember his name by the song I Believe I Can Fly, whatever that fellow's name is, Kelly, Robert Kelly, is that him? That fool also, the enablers. Good Lord, all of these people, the enablers. Why didn't you say something then? Why didn't you do something then? I don't get it. I don't get it. This is a big deck. Hang on, everybody. I need to shuffle really. This is a light and shadow deck. It's a very interesting deck. Dang. Okay. This is a lot of cards. Lisa Minuli says, I always wonder how much the adult extended family members. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if they. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you. We started a little bit later today, almost like 20 minutes later, 25 minutes later. I had technical issues. So there's like a hurriedness, like a breathlessness. Dang. Wow, the Hermit card. I'll show you all the cards. The Hermit card popped up again. Interesting. The dark side, the Fool card. Oh my God, a lot of dark energy. the Four of Swords. This one. Finally, the Eight of Wands. The King of Cups, Page of Serpents. Oh my God, this guy. Okay, let's start with this. He's got the Hermit card, the Fool card, the Swords, the Wands, the King of Cups, and the Page of Serpents. What I'm going to say is, okay, I have to preface this by doing a disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only, and allegedly, do your own research, do your own due diligence, form your own conclusions. These are just my observations and my opinions. I will not be surprised if this guy has been a part of, I'm talking about Jose Enrique Menendez, right, the father. I wouldn't be surprised if there has been something in his life where he has actually enabled or been part of making a particular individual disappear from the face of the earth. He tried very desperately to detach himself from that situation, but he couldn't. Detach himself from the other individuals who were responsible, but he couldn't. Then he ends up getting the Eight of Wands, right? The Eight of Wands, what does that tell us? He had to take really quick action to make an emotional pitch to another individual who was much higher than him in the in the hierarchy of business, make an emotional pitch to that individual and say, hey, once he realized what he had gotten into and he couldn't get away from that group, or because he was also concerned that everything can come tumbling down on his head, he tried to break away from it and he couldn't. He had to kind of almost make an emotional pitch, emotional offering to that individual who was his far superior, like a emotional offering, or oh my God, y'all, like almost like sacrificing something very personal of his to the other individual who was much higher than him. I'll read between the lines. This is going to be a crazy reading. I don't know why I committed to doing it. I shouldn't have, but here we are, and it is what it is. So let's get on with it. Okay? I'm still at reading for the father, then I'll read for the mother, and then the two kids. Then we have the Queen of Serpents, okay? Then we have the Five of Cups, the Devil card, the Temperance, and Justice. Justice was absolutely served. Okay, let's back it up. So, two individuals, right? So you have the Queen of Serpents over here. This is somebody, again, the creative industry. The creative industry, be it acting, be it movies, be it painting, be it whatever, talent management, creative industry, right? So managing talent. Now, I see his wife's energy also spills in, okay, over here. Now, let me assure you, he has also had to offer up, sacrifice, use his wife as a peace offering. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Then we have the Five of Cups. That's when the relationship between the two of them kind of soured, between the husband and wife. But with the Devil card popping up here, there was no way he could get out of it, because he was like too far deep in now. Okay? So, and let me assure you, he didn't want to get out of this because he all of a sudden saw the light of day, and he had a calling, and and then he was like, I'm going to go straight, I'm going to be clean. No, it was more because he was very worried he was going to get entangled in some legalities that would take him down and wipe his life out. Then you have Temperance showing up here, and then the Justice card. He did try his very best. He did try his very, very best to manage the whole situation. I will tell you here too, he did have some sort of an addiction. Absolutely did. And that addiction also kind of tied him down. That addiction limited him in certain ways. And then you end up having the Justice card. Justice is Libra. It talks about balance. It talks about decisions. It talks about having a balanced approach. And guess what? His wife, Kitty Menendez, or Mary Louise Anderson, as her name is, she's a Libra. So it's very interesting that you see the wife's energy stepping in here, and she's like, ooh, I told you, you should have, you could have. Trying to offer some sort of a support to him, for him, stand by him, knowing very well what he had done, what he was going through was absolutely like, it is a, serves you right, you asked for it. But again, I'm going to go so far as to say that she also kind of was very concerned about losing that lifestyle, y'all. Plain and simple, she was no angel. She was no angel. I'm just going to say that and leave that there. Absolutely not an angel by any way, shape or form. Now, am I, where did that come from? She was no angel. She was very cognizant of what was happening. She might have tried to buck the system, but then she realized that she might have fought a little bit, but yeah, she also accepted it. She very much accepted it and saying, yeah, I mean, Well, what do you think? Where do you think all this money is going to come from? I mean, you get used to a certain lifestyle. It's like you're so far in that you can't get out of it, right? So for her, that was absolutely the case. She did a lot to try to balance, like, did her part in terms of um, helping him in his endeavors, even though his endeavors were not necessarily all above board. Um, oh, Sally says he knew nothing about the entertainment company but was able to sell himself to get the job he hustled. Yeah, well, hustlers. So his wife's energy is coming. I think his wife was quite instrumental also. I don't know how much wealth she comes from, but I feel she, when they got married or whatever, I feel like she had more she came into the relationship with more wealth, be it financial, monetary wealth, or just wealth of knowledge, contacts, that sort of thing. Yeah, she brought good luck into the marriage. I got some other cards. We'll go through these and then we'll read for her and then the kids and then we'll tie it all together. Oh. He did have a lot of good luck in the beginning. He did. He was able uh, to start accumulating, going on a new trajectory, accumulating wealth, doing all that. He hustled, yes, you can see. And he had some good luck. But there were also moments when he feeling very tied down or frustrated because he was like, even though I'm putting in so much of effort, even though I'm bringing so much to the table, I'm volunteering, I'm sacrificing, I'm offering up, I still feel like I'm on the outer circle. I'm standing at the edge of the inner circle. I'm not allowed in. But that was a chip on his shoulders, and he intuitively knew that in the long run he was not going to be at the level of those other people. In the long run, he was never going to. He would always be a little bit of the outsider, even though he had hustled, even though he had put in so much of effort. And I'm going to go so far as to say there might have been moments when he did think of actually just saying, peace out and leaving. But for some reason he didn't, because it was like a trap that he was he got caught in, the business aspect of it, but the other sexual part of it, as a sexual deviant, that was something he created himself. There were great periods of prosperity and abundance, and also had that provided for a great lifestyle, etc. But there were a lot of moments where he absolutely wanted to take a vacation from his mind. What do I mean by that? Either I don't know whether he did pot or whatever they called it those days, but there were moments he wanted to escape. So he might have had not just sexual addictions, he could have had other addictions. And he was big into socializing. The social scene was big, was very important for him, very, very important. But there was a roadblock, a wall that he hit with regards to his business, his career, that caused financial problems. That put a lot of strain on him. Okay. So that financial strain that was put on him, that could have completely ended his life as he knew it, his lifestyle as he knew it, and that was a big ego thing for him. There was somebody who almost came in and said, I'm going to bail you out, I'm going to help you. Remember, he had made some sacrifices and offerings that paid off. But there was also a lot of discord among his friends and family. So either people knew and they were kind of literally rats leaving the sinking ship, but he continued with this facade of happiness and well-being. But there was a lot of sadness behind for him, because he felt that he missed out on something very important, or it was almost putting on a show for the public. um, and he knew that was because whatever it is he had lost in terms of the business or the money or the finances, there was a lot of heartache over it, because he knew he was never going to get it back. But I will tell you, there was a slight moment of regret on his part for offering up his own family members to save his ass. This guy was a clear fucking asshole. That's it. Take it or leave it. Also, if you don't like my language, that's just too bad. This is the way I speak. And particularly when I get riled up, there's no nice words, no nice language that I can use for people like him. This guy, he see, okay, the abused becomes an abuser. Okay, we've heard that. There's so many millions of people who have been abused. Not every one of them have become an abuser. Come on, let's face it. Another thing is, when you know what you're doing, when you know your world is collapsing and you have no other ammunition in your arsenal to bail you out of the situation, you offer your kids? How do you do that? What kind of a person does that? You offer your family members, you offer your wife? Like, who does that shit? Who does that? Oh, well, I know people like him. So let's not say who does that. But for him, I feel, I don't know whether gunshot or knife or whatever, but I feel the head injuries were quite substantial for him. 8th house, 2nd house, 1st house, and then 10th house, it says. Yeah, his career and reputation, it was all about that, y'all. That was big for him. So he was like, I'm here, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to fix that. Now let's look at his wife, and then we'll tie it all up in the end. We'll get to, people basically want to know what's going to happen with them. Are they going to be let out or whatever? So her name is Mary Louise Anderson, but she was called Kitty Menendez. She was born on October 14th, 1941. She has Sun in Libra, Moon in Leo, Mercury in Scorpio, Venus in Sagittarius, Mars in Aries. Now let me tell you, his Moon is in Libra and her Sun is in Libra. So they would have been considered to be a good match. I think she initially, I don't know what her financial background or her social background or her ethnicity, I know that none of that matters, but I feel like she brought, it was almost like he sought her out because she had connections, she was from a certain level of society that could help him to come up in life. That's what I feel. And for her, she has a 3rd house, 8th house and 9th house. So what is 3rd house? 3rd house talks about communication, immediate environment, okay, among other things. And then she has 8th house and 9th house. Let me look at this chart. No, that's not the one. Oh, come on. Is this not going to open for me now? Because you don't want to open for me, like whatever. Let's go here. Hang on one second. Let me go to my desktop and let me see here. There we go. So 3rd house, 8th house and 9th house. House of communication. 8th house is transformation. 9th house is higher knowledge. Okay. So let's get out of here. Immediate environment, then longevity, regeneration, will, secrets, and then we have career, reputation, morals, and life. No, I'm sorry. Travel, higher education, intellect, that sort of thing. Father figure, all of those things. And the 10th house too. Wow. Life goals for her. Okay, let's get on with it. We have Libra, Fire, Scorpio. I got 2 more. See, the Scorpio, we have Pluto, and then we have Virgo. Am I surprised that the Libra card popped up? The fire card. Let me show you. Libra, this card. Wait a second. Who has a strong Virgo? He had Virgo pop up in his chart, no? Damn. We have Scorpio and central issue. Yeah, it was bound to be, y'all. Like, 8th house is longevity, life, death, that sort of a thing also. Absolutely. Absolutely. But see, it's very, very sad, y'all. Very sad. Right away I can see she didn't do enough to protect her kids. I don't think she did. There was always fights at home. I don't think she did enough. Hang on one second. 30, 40, 50, 60, 66. That's 12. It is karmic almost, y'all. She didn't do enough to protect her kids. She should have. It was almost like, oh, okay, fine. Like, at least it gets him off my back type of situation. She was very well aware of the fact that he was sexually abusing his kids and others. She was very well aware of it. Pluto we have here. Okay, so Libra is ruled by Venus, and then we have the fire sign, of course. Then we have she's got Mercury in Scorpio. She's got Venus in Sagittarius. Am I surprised? No, fire sign. And then you have Pluto, and Pluto rules Scorpio, and then Virgo. Who rules Virgo? Mercury again. So I am going to say that her, as much as she might have had the appearance of being very balanced, very steady, very calm, very this, very that. Oh, no. She could be a little, shall I just say it, a bitch. Okay? She had that. And for her, she was very meticulous and she had a very meticulous and systematic approach to doing certain things. In terms of, I don't know whether she had a job, but in terms of socially being able to create environments or situations which would facilitate him to increase his social standing, improve on that. She was very good at all of that. But with Pluto, she also, there was a little bit of power that went to her head that I'm being told, stop. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to finish this. She had that need to want to make drastic changes and to break away and make a clean start, clear the slate and start again. But she also knew it wasn't going to be as easy to do that. So then she was like, oh, well, I'm here. I've already put in so many years into this, may as well thing. But y'all, she sacrificed her kids. There were a lot of fights. She turned her face away many a time. The Magician, the World card, Temperance popped out for him also. The Death card and the Tower card. Yeah, this chick is another piece of work. Yeah, I'm not so... why? Is there some sort of... Y'all will know about it, y'all. I wonder if there's some sort of a... what's the word I'm looking for? Some sort of a scandal associated with her name? I mean, not just the fact that she was murdered by her kids, but some sort of other scandal I feel there has been that has been associated with her name, and that kind of made her want to withdraw for a certain period of time. But then I think with the help of people surrounding her, she was like, oh, screw it, it is what it is. But the Magician is Mercury, right? And she has the Virgo card popped up for her here. Mercury here. Remember? Oh, there. So the ability to create, the ability to make environments. Okay, imagine this. They have a big party and then she realizes that somebody's getting butting heads with each other or whatever. And then she goes and she kind of smooths things out and she's like, oh, let's kind of, that ability she did have. But they were all passive aggressive is what comes to mind with her. Then the world card is Saturn. It talks about making complete new start. She did feel like she wanted to leave and start again, but she was like, I've already sunk in so many years in this. Starting all over again is not going to be easy, so I'm just going to sink in it. She also had some sort of a struggle in terms of finding balance in her life, whether it was she was addicted to alcohol, addicted to shopping, addicted whatever. She did have that. She had a lot of struggle finding that balance or finding that equilibrium. She did. Scorpionic energy. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, so she did, or whether it was just, how some people are addicted to plastic surgery or whatever. When they feel bad, they go and do it, so they come out as a new person, and then not all, some people, and then they feel new and that renewed sense of whatever. But she did want to check out. She absolutely did. But again, she was actually, this addiction for her was created. She didn't fall into it. She was put into a situation where she got addicted. So I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to break free, whether she wanted to kind of off herself or whatever. There have been moments where she's had some situation. And then you have Pluto, and then you have the death. You can't make this stuff up. Wanting to transform. Pluto, what is a death card? Is a Scorpio card. What is Scorpio? Is ruled by Pluto and it's ruled by Mars. So she did absolutely try to kind of off herself. I do believe she did. She did. And then you have Virgo, and then you have the Tower card. What is Tower card? It's Mars, destruction. And what is Virgo? Virgo is Mercury. So this destruction, I'm not going to say was meticulously planned, but I'll tell you this though, if she was not offed allegedly by the two kids, this chick for sure would have done something like setting the house on fire or whatever. She would have done that. Absolutely, she would have done it. That's what I'm getting. She was intent on destroying. I don't know what argument she had with her husband. Maybe it's because he offered her up to appease somebody and she didn't like it, or he was screwing around with something, whatever. She was like, nah, dude, nah. And then you have the World card again. Oh my goodness. The Hangman. The King of Swords did pop up, right? No, that was King of Cups. Then we have Eight of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have the Ace of Serpents. What goes around comes around. Seven of Swords. Ooh, interesting. The Empress. This card. Three of Cups. Hey, wow, so many swords energy here. I mean, whoa, hang on. Two cards over there. I'll take him and this one. The Four of Swords in the reverse, then the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and Knight of Cups. Okay, let's get to it. The World card, the Hangman, the King of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Serpents, Seven of Swords, the Empress, the Three of Cups, the Page of Swords, Four of Swords in reverse, Seven of Cups in reverse, Knight of Cups in the upright. The World card, look, this is, so I know that at some point in time her husband would have been offed. If it wasn't by the kids, it would have been by some other victim of his or some other group or organization or individual or entity. Absolutely. But I do believe that she has also intervened at moments that I don't know what her social standing or her connections were, but I feel like she has at times been able to stall the attack on her husband. Okay, stall it, either before he died or during the during that macabre situation. But she had like stop, hold on, and come in and kind of do some fixes. But the hangman here also is not necessarily in a good place. It talks about Neptune, right? Neptune is when this situation happened, I think she was caught off guard and there was actually mental confusion. Like she was really confused about what really is happening. Forget about why it's happening, but what is happening. I feel like she was not able to grasp what was going on. Like she wasn't able to grasp it. Then you have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is talks about, you know, being strategic in your thinking, yada yada. I do believe even though she had this confusion, she couldn't grasp, she couldn't understand what was going on, and I don't know what the autopsy reports are, whatever, but I do believe she might have just kind of fainted or something, and that's when whatever happened. But there's another scenario to this. I do believe if she had tried to off herself, she was put in a situation where either she had to go through some sort of a mental evaluation or treatment or whatever and have her mental thing assessed, and she was purposefully, Eight of Swords, kept under restriction. But she also accepted that restriction and she kind of withdrew into herself. And with the Ace of Serpents, I would say that was a time where she had to kind of reassess herself, almost like, you know, the serpent, like making a full circle and trying to reassess your actions, your life, your that epiphanous moment or whatever. But it didn't. I'm spilling water over me. But it didn't. Oh my God, y'all! I'm so sorry. That's Bernie's hair. Whew, and I'm wearing black. It didn't help. It really didn't help because you have the Seven of Swords after that, because she felt that, okay, now I feel like I can see clearly and I feel like I'm being attacked and I need to run away from all this or detach myself, but she just couldn't. Now we see an Empress over here, which is Venus. I wonder if there was another woman who he was considering to be his mistress, his girlfriend, his wife, or whatever. See, I just want to say, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations, my opinions. These are allegedly. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, and form your own conclusions. But coming back to this, I wonder if he had another significant female in his life as his mate, meaning not legally married, but he definitely molested kids. He molested his own kids. He abused other kids. But that doesn't mean that these type of people cannot have relationships with the adult relationships with the opposite sex. They can, and they do, and on the side they do all this shit. So that individual, this house was a mess, y'all, because there was a lot of options here and a lot of partying, but restrictive, managed, tightly controlled. So you have the Three of Cups here. There is that drama in terms of, you know, she knew of this other female. She absolutely knew of it. She didn't have a choice but to accept it. It was almost like, you know, it's better for me if I just turn away and look away. Then you have the Page of Swords. Lot of people talking about it. It was a known thing, y'all. See, this family, this fucked up household with the two fucked up parents, everybody knew about it. It was an open secret. And then you have the Four of Swords in the reverse. So Four of Swords is typically, retreat, taking a rest, recovering from surgery or dying or whatever. But in the reverse it says there was no more retreating. There was no more being able to go into hiding and retreat from all this trauma. You just had to live it. It's like, oh, screw it. This is what we are. It's okay. Everybody knows. What are they going to do about it? Yeah, Am I going to stop living? No, I'm not. I'm just going to continue. That was the mentality. Then Seven of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Cups. Seven of Cups does say, yes, a lot of choices were there. They had a lot of choices. Even though it was a known thing, it was an open secret, they had a lot of choices. And they had a lot of people who were in that same mindset. And they were able to get away collectively. Okay, it wasn't just these two. There were a lot of people who they socialized with who had the same mindset. It was a tight-knit group. And then you have the Knight of Cups. So what is the Knight of Cups? Knight of Cups typically says, emotional offers, proposals, but, offers coming, slowly. It's like some change, an emotional change coming slowly. I want to know what that offer is. Let me see. It's not an individual, I don't think, but it's somebody bringing an offer for change. Offer to change. I don't know what that is. Romance, celebration, and party. Ooh. Feeling tied down and frustrated. Oh, okay. So, that it is an emotional offer coming from another individual. Romance, celebration, feeling tied down, that as much as she found that attractive, she was tied down to this fool that she couldn't escape, and that was definitely a younger man. Now here's the thing. Remember I said when I was doing the numbers that I felt that Joseph Lyle Menendez, there was something weird going on between him and his mother. I don't know whether he was abused by his mother also, but I would not be surprised if there was some weird stuff going on there. And not because he had a choice, he didn't. So whether it is this young man or somebody else, it'll come out when we do a reading for him. So that's very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I can't stand it. These people are freaking, like such a douchebag family. No, I shouldn't say family, parents. See, the kids, they were kids. They didn't have a choice in what happened to them. Oh, wait. Oh, somebody retracted. Okay. What's going on here? Everybody's quiet. Okay. All right. So, she did. Araceli says she did try to unalive herself. He was of Cuban descent and had a hard time fitting in. He felt his nationality was a handicap. Yeah, it came out in the reading. Okay. Let's do this for... nobody has any questions? Okay. Joseph Lyle Menendez, that's the older brother, I think. He was born on January 10th, 1968. His sun is in Capricorn, moon is in Taurus, Mercury is in Capricorn, Venus is in Sagittarius, Mars in Pisces. So, Andy Cano Menendez, the cousin of Menendez. Oh, he unalive. Oh, shoot. I think I have his date of birth also. Maybe I'll do a reading for him. Wait, Andy Cano. Hang on one second. I think I got that. No, I don't. Okay. So, I'm going to say that, see, the father Menendez, his son is in Taurus. Joseph Menendez, the older son, his moon is in Taurus. Wow. The mother, her Venus is in Sagittarius. The older son, his Venus also is in Sagittarius. So, older son, Joseph Lyle Menendez, he has 6 and 8. So 6th house is work, health, discipline, and habit, and 8th house we know it's the occult, the secrets, the house of transformation. The 6th house is also the house of health and service. So, oh my God, it's terrible, y'all. Leo, Aries, and the moon card. Joseph Lyle Menendez. Leo, the mother, okay, so the father's moon is Libra, right? The mother's moon in Leo, we have Leo here. The father's sun is Taurus, Joseph's moon is Taurus. The mother's Venus is Sagittarius, Joseph's Venus is Sagittarius. Eric has got Sun in Sagittarius and Mercury in Sagittarius. The mother's Mercury is in Scorpio. For Eric, his moon and Venus are in Scorpio. The mother's Sun is in Libra. For Eric, his Mars is in Libra. Oh my God, y'all. This is very confusing, right? I mean, because we're going into astrology, I'm just looking at it from a superficial level, but once you get into that world of astrology, there's so much. We have judgment, we have justice, and then we have the sun card. So we're talking about Joseph, right? Now we're doing for Joseph. Now what did I say? Joseph, his sun is in Capricorn, moon is in Taurus, Mercury in Capricorn, Venus is in Sagittarius, Mars in Pisces. So 6th and 8th house, work, health, discipline and habits, and the longevity and all that good stuff. 8th house, you all know what that means. House of transformation. This kid, 15, 20, second house. Very sad. I think this kid took the brunt of it. The older one. I'm going to say the abuse started very young, probably when he was as young as 5 years old. This is allegedly, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, and form your own conclusions. This kid was abused from a very, very young age, since he was 5, I would say. Something changed for him when he was around 14, for Joseph Lyle Menendez. Something substantial happened when he was 14. That was a very pivotal phase for him. I don't know what might have happened then. Maybe he might have realized, all of a sudden you're not a child anymore, you're a teenager, and that sort of thing. Something drastic happened when he was 14. That is what actually pushed him to off the parents, because that's when he felt it was justified. He was like, no, I can't let this go on. This is justified. No, I can't let people like this continue. I can't let them do it. A decision was made, an acceptance occurred, an emotional acceptance, a decision made, and he had to carry out with the sun card. Justice served, but I do believe, I don't know who was attacked first or not, but I do believe he might have also been the one who aimed at the mother, like a lot, in terms of during that event, for some reason. But he felt justified. There was an acceptance, there was an enlightenment, there was a sense of, oh, I get it. This is not going to change. This is what it is. I accept it. I'm going to take action and I'm going to carry out the action. But there's a great sadness also. Great sadness. Really wishing that. But see, here's the thing. He felt that if he didn't do it, this wouldn't stop. This would escalate. There was no escaping it. Because I wouldn't be surprised if he's seen the father do this to somebody younger in the family. And he was like, nah, I'm not going to let this go on and on and on. But he also holds his mother accountable, very accountable. I do believe this young man might have tried to protect his younger brother for a long period of time. I do believe so. Very unfortunate, y'all. But I do believe another family member, much younger family member, was also abused by this creep. Or maybe this kid's buddy or friend or girlfriend or whoever. Something at the age of 14 really changed, really snapped, like really changed him. I do believe so. I do believe he did this because he really, with the sun card over here, with both the children here, I do believe he really was like trying to also protect his younger brother. I seriously think so. Very unfortunate. Such monster. You know how I always want to go and look at the faces of these people? Y'all, for some reason, I can't even think about I can't even bring myself to look at a photograph of this guy, the father. Temperance. See, temperance has come out a lot. Oh my God, all of them have got temperance so far. The wheel, first time the wheel's coming up. Then we have temperance again. Okay, I'm going to explain this to you. This is 2 decks. It's called the light and shadow deck. So I mixed 2 decks. So we got 2 temperances. We got the temperance wheel, temperance. Oh, there we go. Who's this? The chariot card. Didn't the father get the chariot card? Ten of Wands, followed by the 3 of Wands, Five of Wands, the Hangman. All of them got the Hangman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The High Priestess, and the 8 of Cups. Oh, I would go for so far as to say that I think the older one is the one who might have taken the initiative. Absolutely. I mean, he had to control his emotions. His emotions were all over the place. Something very crucial happened, something very around the age of 14 for him. That is what set him on this trajectory. Is this something that they were thinking about for a long period of time? He was thinking about, or whatever. He absolutely, that's when the realization hit him that doesn't matter how old or how young I am, this is not going to stop. He's not going to stop at just molesting my brother and me. He also was absolutely trying to protect his brother. He also was trying to protect another family member, I do believe, or a friend. And that's what snapped. I think the younger brother got it worse. I think. Temperance, he tried, man. He tried a lot, but he couldn't. He absolutely could not find that balance, could not find that peace. Like with the wheel over here, the temperance and the wheel card. Okay, temperance is Sagittarius, the wheel of fortune is Jupiter. So think about it. Thought a lot. My God, emotionally thought, oh my God, he was in such I cannot comprehend a young 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 12-year-old child, any young child. I cannot comprehend any adult being in a situation like this, but a child going through that much of emotional and mental trauma, that constantly these things playing in the head. How did these kids even physically survive? How did they not go insane? That is something. This kid had to get no emotional support, no psychiatric treatment, none of that. He just had to fix his head, inside his head himself, and have a grip on his emotions and take control and go forward. That was so burdensome. Oh my God. So temperance, wheel of fortune, temperance, chariot, and 10 of wands. It was very difficult for him to find that balance, to come to terms within his emotional self and his mental self and saying, The only person who can fix it is myself. Nothing's going to change if I don't take action to change my life, to do something. Just had to be so self-reliant and kind of manage his emotions and his thoughts and his, it was very burdensome for this kid, man. It's just so unfair, so unfair. After the 10 of Wands, you have the 3 of Wands. Yes, Wands, 3 of Wands. There was help, there was cooperation, there was somebody who assisted him. Clearly, we know in hindsight the case. Then you have the 5 of Wands. It was a fight, y'all. It was a full-on fight. I mean, it wasn't like one and done and, slap them and they fall down and they're dead. No, there was like, and there was also a little bit of struggle in him, in his head, how much of an effect this is going to have on the younger brother, and how much is the younger brother going to be involved in it. There was some, even in terms of taking action during the process, I do believe there was a bit of a struggle between him and whoever was oft, okay? Then you have the Hangman. The Hangman here is telling me right after this whole incident, it almost feels like for him, he was finally able to be in a space of, it's like the clock stops ticking and you are in that moment of stillness where everything is put to stop, nothing is moving, and just being in a state of limbo, okay? Absolutely being in a state of limbo. And then I feel the intuition kicks in, okay? The High Priestess, yes, is the Moon card or whatever. I also feel like, see, he got the Moon card there, he's got High Priestess here. So I feel like, was there a stop and go moment? I know it's getting very macabre in this whole scene. I don't know, I haven't followed the case or anything like that. I don't know what's going on. But I wonder if there was a stop and go moment, like during that process where he had to step back, take a deep breath, wait for a couple of seconds, and then go back to ensure it was completed or finish it or something like that. I don't know. And then there's the 8 of Cups. I wouldn't be surprised if this kid actually made an attempt to off himself because it was so burdensome for him, emotionally burdensome. He was emotionally shut down and checked out at that time. He was, he just had to survive. Oh, Debbie said he was waiting to go off to college, but the dad told him he had to stay home for college. He thought he had to hope. Wow. Yeah, so that if he stays home, the father can continue to overpower him and threaten him and do all that and continue to molest him. We have the career. As you say that, the career card pops up. Wow. The fox. The tiger. Wow. I'm going to take this one. Wow, y'all, this is difficult. Okay. I can see that happening. This is difficult, y'all. This kid. Something had to do with, I wonder whether the father also tried to recruit him into the same business. But there was a sense of shrewdness, a sense of, like the father tried to convince him, you're very shrewd, you're very smart in business, you take after me, so come and join business. But then he was like, I don't know if I want to do that because it's going to be risky. I don't want to be sucked in because look at his father. It's like, I'm going to turn out to be like him. He didn't want that. And for him, it was, I have to persevere and only I can overcome my problems. So his goal was increase my efforts if I want to achieve my goal, and his goal was to be free of them, and his goal was to make sure that nobody else gets into a situation like him and his brother did. These kids were not only abused by the parents themselves, they have also seen other children and other people being abused by the father particularly, and yes, the mother as well. Like mother, I'm going to say, when I say abuse, like, oh, did she also sexually abuse? I feel like the mother was abusive in other ways, but sexually abuse and take part in all those orgies and all that, absolutely it was an open thing. These people did all of that stuff. So in that case, could they have forced somebody who didn't want to be a part of that orgy or the threesome or foursome? Yeah, the mother could have convinced that person or kind of enabled or recruited. Absolutely, absolutely, all that. Very sad. Oh, she goes, his dad stopped abusing the older brother only to have his younger brother to take his place, but the older brother also abused by copying his dad on his younger brother. Oh, wow. Shit. The answer to your question, Debbie, is yes and yes. Okay, now let's look at Eric Galen Menendez. So November 27, 1970, Eric's Sun and Mercury are in Sagittarius. His moon is Scorpio, Venus is Scorpio, Mars in Libra. I'll tell you one thing, Eric has very, very internalizes a lot. And he, oh my God, Scorpio has come out for every one of them, y'all. I kid you not. Look, the father is a Taurus, Scorpio. Eric's moon is in Scorpio. His mother's Mercury is in Scorpio. And then you have the Mercury card. The father's Mercury is in Taurus. Oh my God. Scorpio has come out for every one of them, y'all. Even if somebody were to give that house away for free, I wouldn't go and buy that house or live in that house, because the energy in that house with all of this trauma is terrible. It's terrible. She absolutely, the mother absolutely enabled her husband. Absolutely she did. This kid, this Eric kid, is even more traumatized than the older brother. This Eric kid was even more traumatized. Oh my God. This Eric kid has internalized a lot. He has internalized. It's very difficult for him to forgive and forget. Very difficult. And he will not. He will always hold that grudge. Like Araceli says, the older brother also has abused him allegedly. He will not forget it. He will not forgive and he will not forget. It's always going to be there. So Sagittarius, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 house. So for Eric is his 6th house and his 1st house. So his 6th house is Taurus. There you go, right? And his 1st house is Sagittarius, Jupiter. Wow. See, for the older brother, 6th house and 8th house. For the younger brother, 6th house and 1st house. The 1st house is the ascendant, the lagna. It's about yourself, how you present yourself, yada yada. The 6th house is healing and service. Okay, it's all about healing. It's all about service. It's work, health, discipline, and habits. Lack of health, diseases. All that sort of stuff. My God, this kid has this. Oh my God, we have the Hermit card. Internalizes a lot. So these are the cards for the younger brother. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. I feel like the younger brother is completely like, oh, I feel for him, y'all. This kid, even more. I am going to go so far as to say that this kid was also like abused by the mother. I want to say physically abused. Absolutely. Okay, let's go. So Taurus and then the Hermit card. The Hermit card is Virgo. It's earth energy. It's analyzing, thinking, assessing, constantly assessing, analyzing, thinking about what's going on within the house, within the home, right? And constantly analyzing and thinking and self-analysis about himself. And then you have Scorpio and 15. 15 is the Devil card. 15 is Capricorn, right? Capricorn, yeah, Capricorn is the older brother. His older brother's son is okay. Yeah, so this kind of validates that maybe the older brother also abused him, allegedly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Arachari said his older brother also abused him. Yeah, I can see it here now. There is a great need for him to let go and find freedom. But I don't think he's ever going to be able to do that because he is still tied down to that nonsense. He is still, with this card, completely tied. I feel for this kid. I don't know how much psychological help or professional, psychiatric help he needs, but I hope he is able to free himself from this nonsense. But then you have the Empress card, which is Venus again, and you have Mercury. I do believe that this guy, the younger guy, Eric, he's going to have a lot of people speak in favor of him because I think why do I feel like there were almost moments where people didn't see him, It's like he became invisible, like people knew he was there, but they really didn't pay attention. And with Mercury over there, Mercury is all about, communication and, being able to quickly change stances, this, that, and the other, whatever. Communication. Why is it that people didn't see him? It was almost like he was there, but then he didn't matter as much. But he has had a lot of tantrums, acting out, that sort of thing. He's had a lot of that. And simmer, hold on to his emotions. Oh my God. This one is almost like, I don't know how these kids survive this, man. I really don't know. This is just an impossible situation. Impossible. I mean, impossible situation. The Hierophant, the High Priestess pops out again. Then you have the Four of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups, Ten of Wands, the Strength card, Page of Cups, God, shit. How do you do this to your kids? How do you let this happen to your kids? How do you, over all these years, how do you do this to anybody? The father, I would say Eric was terrified of his dad, like physically terrified of his dad. Okay, Hierophant is Taurus. The father was rules. The father was organization. The father was that entity that could make or break his life. He was terrified of his dad. And his mother, the High Priestess, is showing up here again. So he was really, really terrified of his parents. The Stockholm Syndrome, this kid had more than anybody between the two of them. He knew what was happening was wrong after a certain age. But that Stockholm Syndrome, he fell into that. And all that Four of Wands at home. Then you have the Three of Wands. So, yeah, there was a moments where, he was able to get away from the house. I don't know whether to go and live with family members or whatever. And that's where he felt like emotionally, a little bit more, he was able to have a little bit of fun, a little bit more stability, and a little bit more cognizance, able to control his emotions. This kid has, oh. And then you have the clarity of thought as well. So I don't know with the younger one, Eric is the one who was able to confide in, was able to lean in with a female, lean on a female, confide in a female, or somebody like that, who he was able to share his burdens and say, this is what happened, this is what I went through, and find strength from that relationship. And then you have an offering of emotions, like almost like saying, okay, fine, we're here, let's start a new start. So I don't know whether this other female could have been in his later years, in his older teen years, I would say, a girlfriend or a family member, or could be an older family member, or a counselor or something. But he got a little bit of strength from that. He got a little bit of support from that. But I don't even know which one of them is the one who's married. I know one of them, the younger one talked to a therapist. That's how the truth came out. Okay, so it's the younger one. I don't know which one is the one who got married, but here it clearly says he has been able to lean on somebody. It's very evident over here, very clearly evident. So, and Debbie says the younger one who talked to a therapist. Oh my God. Hi Susie, good to see you. I saw your email, I glanced through it, and I didn't respond. I have to, and I will. Oh, I want to share something else with you guys. It's too funny. Okay. The fox, as I've been thinking about that, the fox, then the basket. Oh, etc. Okay. So, the sad thing is, both these young men, they had the intelligence, the looks, the wherewithal. Oh, what happened? The wherewithal to be able to accomplish a lot in life. They really did. So unfortunate. So sad. They're both married? Oh, okay. So there is I would say, the shrewdness and the resourcefulness, and the ability to immediately grasp onto what the hell's going on, and to alert whoever needed to alert, and get the recognition for the situation or awareness. There was a lot of drama surrounding this, I would say, and it was almost like chaos. What? No. Wait, what? No, it can't be. No, that sort of a chaos. But ultimately, everything kind of settled down. And I think this person who I said, who this guy leaned on, like she confirms it was a counselor, I think that person should be given credit for blowing the whistle, if you will. But I also feel like they are both very resourceful. They have the ability to re-enter the society and be constructive. I do believe the two of them are going to be able to get out of prison. I truly believe they'll get out of prison, because they have the resources, they have the people, the recognition, people who recognize, who are able to push for their cause. They'll be able to get back to basics in terms of get back to society. There's going to be a little bit of problem, a little bit of clouds, if you will, like, the minutia, kind of the legalities. There's going to be a little bit of that. But then they also have this opportunity to settle into a committed relationship. But there is going to be an unfortunate situation for both of them, but more so for this particular kid. But for him, there is going to be a sort of a situation. Somebody is going to come in between him and his brother, or him and his spouse. I almost feel like this could be either like a situation where, oh, we're going to write a book or whatever. He's got to watch out for that, and watch out for his family, because he's got forces acting against him, and he can rest assured, even though he may feel, shit, I served all these years in prison, I come out and it's not ending. He's going to have a little bit of issue. He has to protect himself and his family. He will have, he will have the support that he needs to get out of the situation. So this scenario, I feel, could be like, oh, maybe, somebody is going to say, oh, your brother and you, or they're going to try to kind of separate them, or whether it is in the pardoning thing, or whether somebody may say, no, there's a document we are going to make, or something like that. It has some weird, it's legal but not legal kind of a situation. He's got to kind of be a little bit careful, and I do believe there's somebody who's going to kind of cause a wedge between him and his family, him and his brother. He's just got to be cautious and aware of it, and he should be, he will be fine. A little bit of a moment over there, few days, few months over there, where it's like, shit, when is this going to ever end? But if he hangs in there, he's going to be fine. Now I'm going to do a completely for the overall situation. God, these parents are... Oh my God, look y'all. We have the Star card. We have the Five of Swords. Queen of Cups. Eight of Wands. Oh, it's. I feel it's going to be pretty good, y'all. They are going to have a lot of help in terms of this fight. Fight in getting released, and it's going to happen quickly. But even though they get released, there's still a little bit of holdback, because the Devil card here pops up again, and it says they are not going to find it that smooth and that easy of a transition. But I do believe with the Star card here, somebody assisting them in the fight, they will be able to, walk away from this whole situation emotionally. It's going to happen quickly, but letting go is going to be a little bit difficult for them, and they have to work on it. Obviously, I mean, come on. And I do believe they will both have to go for counseling for a while. And then you have the Three of Cups. They're going to be successful in getting out of there, y'all. And then we have the Nine card. Ten of Cups, y'all. This is a good thing. Yeah, this is going to... It is going to happen. Give it 9 months. Give it 9 months, y'all. It is going to happen. Six of Cups. Very nice cards. I do believe very strongly that the two of them are going to be able to get out of prison. I seriously think so. I seriously... Give it... Did I say 8 months or 9 months? What did I say? 9 months. Yeah, I do believe so. Let me just separate this deck while I'm doing this. Sorry about the technical issues I had, y'all. Anytime, these big cases, I don't know why. I had it all. I came to my office 5:30, 5:45. I said I have 45 minutes before my live goes on. Let me organize all this multi-streaming thing. Everything was fine. Everything was fine. I just had to hit go live. And then at the very last minute, everything got buggered up. I'm like, okay. Whatever. Alright, y'all. Give me 1 second while I separate these two decks, and then we can continue if you have any questions. It's iffy. I don't think they will. I don't think, Carrot Cherry, that they would repeat that with their kids. I don't think so. No. If they had somebody intervene on their behalf, of course, shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? I'll tell you what, based on the cards that I was getting, I do believe these kids they definitely will need counseling for the rest of their lives. I do believe these kids had been giving some subtle hints and signals to what was going on. And the sad part is, everybody who knew about it, it was an open secret, nobody stepped up to the plate to help them. That's the thing, because people were terrified of that asshole of a father. What's his name? Jose Enrique Menendez. People were terrified of him. So, that's the part that they're going to find difficult to overcome, because it's like y'all knew and y'all didn't step up to the plate. Like, what are you coming to me for now? That's going to be difficult for them. Because you know how later everybody will be, man, I'm so sorry, man, and people want to kind of hang on to you because, fame and whatever. They'll be like, no, fuck off. That's the part that really hurts me. It's like, these kids went through a lot, man. They went through a lot. So, okay. Oh, I wanted to say one thing. Remember I did that reading for Liam Payne? I got an email. No, somebody left a comment on that video saying that, oh my God, there was something that was going on. She's from England or Ireland or Scotland or wherever, and she goes, oh, there was this photograph I saw that somebody had taken of his house or his whatever, and there was a fox in the picture. I'll send you the photograph. I'm like, yeah, okay, send it. Yeah, I'm curious to see, right? Of course, I didn't get the email, so I don't know whether that person was just bluffing or what. Anyway, my email address is in the description box. I just write it down whenever anybody asks me, do you do personal readings? Can I have your email address? I always do. People don't pay attention to the description box, so I always give it. So, of course, this person didn't respond. So, I'm like, oh, right. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Otherwise, the dad was abused too. That is why I'm asking about. Oh, I didn't know the father was abused. How do we know that? Did Jose? Absolutely, Debbie. Absolutely. Absolutely. These kids are witness to that. I am telling you, yes, yes and yes. Yes, yes and yes. I told you, in the reading that this fellow has, these kids have witnessed not only him doing it to them, but to other people in the family as well. I mean, other people and, visitors, whoever. It's almost like, okay, here's a scenario, as terrible as it is. It's almost like, when anybody comes, here's how it works. So, this is how it goes down. They're going to have a dinner at home, a party, some guests are coming, visiting, and they get a heads up, by the father and mother saying that we're going to have visitors home, you better behave yourself or whatever. They have a little bit of a warning. And these kids are like, okay, this is a pattern. These kids are like, okay. And then these people come, everybody's on the best behavior, they have their little dinner, they have their moment or whatever. Then they'll be like, the father pushes back his chair and he goes, okay, we need to talk about business. Come into the office, I need to show you something. And he takes those other kids inside or whoever and abuses them. And these kids are sitting here because they know exactly what's going on, but they are so frozen in place they can't do anything. And the mother is aware of what is happening, but the mother doesn't get up and go and stop him from abusing those other victims. And these kids are terrified. These kids are terrified. I mean, this man, they were terrified of this man. So it's like a pattern. So they know anytime, step 1, step 2, step 3, this is how it happens. It's like repetition, and it's like very sad. It's I can see them almost going like this and then accepting it, saying, they're young, they're little kids. I'm not talking about when they were teenagers, I'm talking about when they were little kids, like 11, 12, 13, 14 also. They are not big enough, strong enough to beat down the father. I'm going to say this though. In this particular case, I don't know the legalities of it. I haven't seen any proof. I didn't see the murder scene, whatever. I do believe it was justified. If these two kids have been abused to this extent, they should never have been incarcerated. They should never have. Debbie says, Roy finally did with his documentary earlier this year. What? Wait, Debbie, I lost your Yes, he did abuse other kids as well, other people from the band, and the brothers must have been devastated that the minute the victims didn't back up. Yeah, of course, terrified. Just like why everybody um, uh, knows how shady and criminal, what's his name is, the old fart Clive Davis is, and yet people are afraid to talk about him. I mean, go watch the interview. Just the other day I saw this interview of Shaka Khan. She was saying some Shaka Khan, or was it not Anita Hill, Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle. I don't know if it was Shaka Khan or Patti LaBelle. They were talking about, one of them was talking about Aretha Franklin and how this douchebag Clive Davis, all the way from back then, even with Aretha Franklin, he pulled some stunts that he shouldn't have. And yet, all these years, he's gotten away with it. All these friggin' years. But before I go any further, I want to say one thing, y'all. Let's take a moment and really, really, send positive energy and send prayers to all these victims, no matter who they are, from whichever part of the world, whatever socioeconomic, group they come from, whatever demographic. It's a horrible, horrible thing. So let's just say, take a moment and just appreciate what we got and what we are blessed with, and just hope that all these victims are able to come out of those nasty situations for the better. I mean, it's just terrible. Think about this other thing that happened. You all remember Abercrombie and Finch, that brand? I remember when I was in Southern California, I used to go to what's it called, Paradise Island, Newport Beach. They have the shopping mall over there, and they had the store over there, and I remember shopping there. Of course, I was way younger and much skinnier, but they didn't have sizes. I don't recollect seeing sizes beyond 30 over there at their stores for jeans and all. They had some cute stuff, but I wasn't a teenager. That brand is aimed at young adults. But I liked some of the stuff for casual wear, and I would shop there. And I remember seeing that they didn't have a lot of, the larger normal sizes, right, as we call it, like 30, 31, 32, whatever. They didn't have it. And I remember one time he had that guy, whatever his name is, Michael Jeffries, I think. He had released a statement saying that, well, that's just too bad. We are not a company to cater to big people or whatever. And there was a whole big movement, and they were cancelled for a while, and their sales dropped and their stock fell, and all that drama happened. And now you find out he's also a key figure in sex trafficking the models. He would go source these people and say, hey, come and model, and drug the girls and the boys. I mean, where the hell does this shit end? Where does it end? You know what? I say, I'm all for the death penalty. I am all for the death penalty. In cases like this, I feel, just catch these people. Don't even give them a moment in jail. You have evidence. Victims, hundreds of victims have come forward and said, yes, he abused me or she abused me. And there's evidence, video, voice recordings, photographs of all this. What more is there no more doubts? And why should we give them a fair chance? I would say just freaking stick them in the electric chair and nuke them. They don't deserve to live. Absolutely not. And it's such a large scale. Like, what the hell? I mean, think about it. It's like a business for these guys, and they make a whole bunch of money by trafficking these people. I mean, how are they let off the hook? How? Beyond me. Anyway, so I don't have that Peacock or whatever that provider is on Netflix. I don't have that, so I'm gonna have to find another way to watch it. But oh, absolutely, Whitney. I mean, think about it, y'all. That very same hotel that Whitney Houston was laying there dead in the bathtub or whatever, however many floors up top, on the ground floor, whichever other floor, Clive Davis hosted a party, and he always was on and on about how Whitney is his best client or best protege or whatever. How the God's freaking world does this man continue with the party knowing very well she's lying dead upstairs? Like, what kind of a pervert, what kind of a shitbag is he? But you know what? His assets, his money, his company, all that is going to be safe. You think he has not taken measures to safeguard all of that? His estate is all very well managed, very secure. So even if people go after him now or even after he dies, lawsuits, nobody is going to get anything because everything is very well taken care of. At that level, the lawyers, the attorneys they have, I mean, his kids and grandkids are all going to be fine. But you know what? That's blood money, so fuck them. Who gives a shit about those people? And another thing that pisses me off, y'all, here we go, rant. What kind of a video is this without a rant, right? All these people who are all about these musicians, oh my God, this one launched this perfume, that one launched that makeup set or brand, and this one launched these clothes, and they have their names and all, and people are dying to go buy all this merchandise and feeding it to these people, these so-called heroes. Oh, Beyonce has this hair products, and Jay-Z has this something else, and this one has something, and people dying and lining up to buy this shit. I mean, seriously? Whatever. The glasses are off. Yeah. Oh my God. I miss those days, man, when we used to have all those lives. And anyway, I got to get back in the groove, but I think I bit off more than I could chew and made too many commitments, and it kind of got me down. But yeah, any questions regarding this case? I don't know how many people are here. Today is Tuesday, right? I didn't expect a big crowd, but that's okay. Any questions about this case? Yeah, when the glasses come off, right? So very sad, y'all. It's such a terrible, terrible thing. It's just terrible. I give it 9 months. I think I think they should be out of jail. I really think they will be out of jail, but I actually, in this particular case, I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's justified that, you know. And imagine, just imagine how deep the hurt, how deep the sorrow, how deep the damage for these two kids to take two siblings, to simultaneously, right, together off their parents, both of them. I mean, can you imagine what would drive a young adult to take such action? Anyway, will there be a new trial or will they just be released? Hang on. Yes, good question. So will they get their fortune back, and will there be a new trial or release? First, let's see, will they have a new trial or will they be released? Oh. It's going to be a little bit of a situation for one of them, y'all, I feel. Oh, these cards, too many. Hang on. One of them is going to have to fight a little bit harder to get out of the situation. One of them. Come here, buddy. One of them is going to have a little bit more of a situation. It's going to be a little tense for one of them. Also, the relationship for one of them, like a intimate relation, husband-wife relationship, is going to be a little bit of a situation but there is a reconciliation. Somebody is going to be, there is an ending, there is some hard work ahead, there is going to be a, well, I can't say necessarily romantic, but maybe so there is going to be a situation for one of them. They're going to have a little bit more of a difficult time in terms of coming out of incarceration, and also for that individual there is going to be a little bit of a problem with their personal relationship. However, I do believe for both of them, they are going to, there is an ending of a situation or a part of their life, okay, ending of that chapter. There is hard work ahead. There is also kind of a good, I'm not going to say romance, but like a good healthy relationship with and dealings with a particular male. This is probably an attorney or district attorney or whoever. They're going to have some good advice, but there's also going to be moments of a little bit of muddled thinking. It's going to be a little bit of a journey, which is going to cause them a little bit stress, because they're like, oh my God, how long? But I do believe they're going to come out of it. Successful outcome to their problems. I think they will come out of it. I don't know if they're going to have a trial. I'm not seeing that with clarity, but the very fact that it's showing this a bit of a muddled situation, there's a high likelihood there'll be another trial. But I can't say with confidence. I think the legalities or whatever is what's going to happen over there. So I don't know whether they have to have a trial to whether they have to have a trial to get out of prison. I don't know the legalities of it. Maybe just the petitioning and the this and that and time already served, or what, however they do that. I think they would be okay, but they have to partner with the right attorney, with the right support team. There's going to be a little bit of muddling. Somebody's going to create a little bit of a messy situation simply because they muddled up something. So initially they'll feel, oh, all this hard work and it's like a unsuccessful outcome to a problem, but change is coming. They just have to wait. So it's re-strategizing, reconfiguring. But this is a very, very crucial moment for them. I think they should be very careful as to how they conduct themselves in prison and not get, excuse me, not get into an altercation with anybody. That will set them back. Oh, the older one got bamboozled by a girlfriend early on while he gave her info, and she wrote a book with all the, oh wow. Wow. I didn't know about that. Which is very true. Yeah, very sad. Yeah, if they were girls who had gotten Menendez sisters, yeah, what Susie says is true. Very sad, because people don't think that, at least then, even now, a lot of people don't believe that men could also be, victims of domestic violence. Boys could also be sexually abused, right? People don't realize that. They just believe it's only men who are the abusers. Men could be the abused as well. Case in point. And women can be abusers as well. We obviously know that. So that's all I got for y'all. Please go and let me what I do with it. Yes, everybody, go and check out this website. Once this thing converts to a video, I will post all this information. It's called the Otter Spirit. And they have earrings and rings and bracelets and all that stuff. Go check it out. Like I said, this is not a sponsored video, but yes, they did send me 3 bracelets free. I'm not making any money out of it. I did not purchase those 3 bracelets. I'm not making any money if you buy or you don't buy. They are not giving me any commission or anything like that. But very nice stuff. The quality is there. I really like it. And for every item they buy or whatever, $1 goes towards, what does it say here? $1 per product has been donated to protect wild sea otters in collaboration with ocean life organizations in Monterey Bay, California. This is a discount code. Go check out their website. It's called, what is the company called? Otter Spirit. This is the name of the company, Otter Spirit. They have a lot of things, not just bracelets, so go and check them out, right? One more time, I don't get any commissions, but no pressure. If you don't like it, don't buy it. This is the box. Let me just show you. This is the box that it comes in. They reached out to me. This is a nice box, y'all. And they said, we'll send you some items. Pick 3, and I picked 3. So this item, very cute box. It's a substantial box. It's not wood or anything, but it's got this nice material. I like it. This is, wait, hang on. What does it say? Each gemstone tells a unique story. Now it's time to write yours. How cool is that? So, and they have this little thing, paper here, that tells you Otter Spirit, and then it tells you what's right. And then inside that you get this little pouch, like your Chanel pouch. This is a good quality material. I would use it. And then you open it, and then you have these little things, right? Very nice. It's really pretty, very comfortable. I'll show you the ones I got, so go check them out. I definitely plan on, and then they have this cute little thing, y'all, this little otter thing. See that? Their logo, whatever, this little tassel thing. It's so cute. I plan on checking out because, hey, 20% off. And this is sunstone. I like this. I shouldn't be wearing it because I just got it today in the afternoon. It was delivered to my mailbox, I think, yesterday. So just today I went and picked it up because I was busy. I do my process of cleansing, yada yada, and select the time of day and all that and wear it. So that's that. This is... by the way, this is printed in that gold kind of thing, but it actually looks silver. I think it's dual toned. I don't know. Very cute. And this is agate. Cool, right? Yeah, I plan on wearing these. So, Delvin, we're just about done. Oh, we're just closing up today. But if you all have any other questions regarding to this class, let me know before I shut it down. We've got 5 minutes. Otherwise, if you all have any suggestions or recommendations, somebody has been asking me to do another reading for what is that young man's name? Put the wrong one. Sebastian Rogers, but I'm not driven to it, y'all. For some reason, I don't feel like I want to do a reading for him. So, any other requests? You know who I'd like to see get caught in the dragnet, but I doubt, because she has made so much of donations to all these political parties, is Oprah Winfrey. I don't like her, never liked her, never bought into her brand, but yeah. Any questions? If not, we will call it quits. Say good night to all of you all. Thank you. I apologize for the delay. Thank you all for being patient. My God, seriously, y'all, I had it all down. Everything was organized. I could have simultaneously streamed to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. All 5 of them. It was all organized. Everything was fine. And then when I hit start, this it kept saying something about Instagram, and I was like, okay. So, blessed be to the real family. Let me know if you all want me to do another reading. I know that your Kali Greg's. Let me think about it. 1 second. Let me see what she looks like. Carly. Wait. Kali Greg. What is this chick? Wait, what is her deal? Oh, that kid. What did she do? Who did she kill? Oh, she killed her mom. Oh my goodness. Let me see. I'll do one for her. I don't want to do it now, but let's just we'll keep it for maybe tomorrow. I'll do one. Okay. 10-4 everybody. Take care. Much love to y'all. Thank you so much for being patient. I know it's frustrating to y'all too, but hopefully y'all post if y'all find anything that is corresponding or correlating to the cards I got or whatever. Let me know. Give me your thoughts and comments. Help me spread get more subscribers, viewers to the channel. Thank you again. Take care and bye. All right, end the stream. Bunny, don't.